Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are going to be doing a test of the iPhone SE 2020 gaming capability. We're going to see how good this phone is for playing games. Now technically it should be very good because the whole point of the iPhone SE 2020 is that it has a very powerful chip, a very powerful graphical processor, the A13 Bionic, which is the same processor that is inside much more expensive iPhones. So this is Apple's most powerful processor. Into it I've got some games downloaded. So let's start with this driving game. It's called Rebel Racer. It is a pretty intensive game for loading graphics. It's very attractive. It's 3D models. So let's see how well the iPhone SE does. So the one issue that could be a problem with the iPhone SE is the fact that it has a pretty small screen. It's the same screen as the iPhone 8. It's not the biggest screen in the world. There we go. Did I win? Yeah. And this may limit what you can do with the game. I mean, certainly even here, it doesn't even go full screen, so you may be limited in terms of touching. So usually the larger the screen, the better. I'm going to see if the games that I play, if there's any issue with that. So now we're going to try out the classic PUBG. Pretty much every person who ever tests a phone game tests it with this one. And it is probably my favorite game to play on a phone. It's one of the few actually challenging ones. So let's have a quick game of PUBG and see how the iPhone deals with it. It did load the highest quality graphics. Usually it chooses based on your phone what level of textures it's going to load. So it did load the highest quality. Doing that. See, one of the issues with the iPhone playing this game is that the screen is so small that I keep pressing the trigger button, and for this game that's not good because it tells everyone where you are. So that is one problem I found. Haha. Okay, this has been like the most boring game of PUBG I've ever played. I've literally seen one person in the last 10 minutes. So I do apologize for that, but the game looks good. It runs really smoothly. The iPhone is not getting hot. Uh-oh, now I'm being killed. Just as I say that. It's all gonna kick off. Oh my god. Well, that was awful. I usually do pretty well at this game, but so PUBG seems to be good. So if you didn't know, this is actually a pretty awesome kind of Battleship, World War II Battleship simulator. So this is actually one of my favorite games for smartphones. It's pretty graphically intense. It looks really good. I like the idea of ships, and that's kind of my thing. So let's see how well the iPhone SE runs. So this game is all about aiming really in the right direction at the right time. So just looking at the game, it looks really good. This is definitely loading like the highest textures that I've seen. You can see like the water, the ships, the explosions all look pretty graphically intense. For a smartphone, I mean, it's as good as it's running as good as it does on my Android phones. And I mean, I think this is the best it can do, to be honest. Oh, someone's shooting at me. I don't think so. Oh, two versus one is not fair. Where are my buddies? Oh no, did I lose again? Things aren't going well for me. I usually am pretty good at mobile games, I promise. What I will say is that the size of the phone is having a bit of an impact on how I play. I'm used to slightly larger screens, and it is making me miss buttons, accidentally press other buttons because it's just more condensed. I mean, you can even see it doesn't even use the full screen. There are these black bars here. But on the bright side, the screen is like so bright, so colorful. Everything looks really good. I don't even think I've got the brightness up to full. So there we go. Everything's super vibrant. The textures are great, and there's absolutely no issue with this phone running intense. Okay, so seeing as I suck so much at PUBG, apparently let's try another shooting game. This is Call of Duty, the mobile game. This is actually the first time I've played it properly. This is supposed to be like a remake, or at least it includes the maps of some pretty old Call of Duty games. The ones that I used to play are like 10 years old, like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. So hopefully I can have some nostalgia here. But yeah, I've not played this game, so let's see if I'm any better at this than I was at PUBG, because that did not go well. For Nuketown, I remember Nuketown. Yeah, this is like the maps from the old games, like the 10-year-old games. Wow, this takes me back. This seems to be a pretty intensive game. It seems to be pretty graphically intensive, so this should be a pretty good test. I mean, the maps are quite large. There's a lot of people and a lot of textures to load, so let's see how well the iPhone does. If it gets hot, if it stutters or lags, hope not, because I want to win. I remember this map so clearly. Yes. Oh, come on. Oh my sweet Lord Jesus. Just die. Oh, that was stressful. Whew. God, this takes me back. I'm getting some serious nostalgia playing this. This is almost as good as, I mean, it looks almost as good as it did on the PS3. I remember when I played like 8 years ago. I mean, it's just, I'm remembering exactly everything about it. It's like a big nostalgia trip here. But apart from that, I think it's running pretty well. I've not had much lag, or, I mean, it stuttered a little bit when I was shooting quite a lot, when lots of people were shooting. Apart from that, it's done pretty well. Look how shiny that bus is. So there's like some good lighting effects. I mean, this is really advanced. For a phone game, this is really fun. I expected it to be way worse. Oh, I've got a... Let's use this. There we go. Yeah, we have. Sweet. So I'm not having, oh, I was about to say, I'm not having the same issue I had with PUBG with the buttons. I mean, the screen seems to be okay size. I do think I would be playing a bit better. I do think I would be playing a bit better if the screen was bigger, because sometimes I am knocking into the, pressing the fire button before I actually want to. Oh, a bit of lag. Sweet. Victory. Finally, I won something. So that was actually really good. That was really fun. This game seems to work really well with the iPhone. I do think the screen is slightly on the small side. I mean, I am sometimes bumping into these other buttons, but apart from that, it loads really well. It looks amazing. Absolutely hardly any lag. It's slightly warm, but apart from that, it's not like boiling hot that some phones get when you play games. But as you can see, it is draining the battery quite a lot. So I think that's it, guys. I think that's all of the games I wanted to show you. I mean, you can. I mean, if it can run things like Call of Duty, obviously it can run things like this. These very simple games, absolutely no problem. So all in all, guys, I do think the iPhone SE makes good use of its very powerful processor. It can run pretty much anything that I throw at it. I mean, like I say, it could run that Battleship game with its very complicated textures, and Call of Duty. That was a big nostalgia trip for me. So while this is a powerful gaming machine, the only issue is the small screen. It is a little bit difficult to manage all those buttons when the screen is so small. Sometimes you're pressing the wrong thing. Sometimes you're accidentally pressing the wrong buttons just because there isn't as much real estate as you would like. But it looks great. The screen is bright, colourful, that can load the best textures as fast as possible and hardly any lag. I've tested now like 4 games and ran really well. So I'm pretty happy with it. Scrapyard, I remember that as well. Oh my god. Shall we play one more? The last time I played a Call of Duty game was like 7 years ago, and it was this game, the one that this came from. And yeah, I barely remember my degree, but yeah, I remember these maps clear as day, like it was yesterday. So, I mean, that goes to show how well money that was spent. So that's it, guys. That's my gaming test of the iPhone SE. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be doing a full review of this phone pretty soon, and I'm going to be deciding whether I'm going to actually use it as my main phone or go for one of the cheaper Android phones, which I think are pretty much as powerful, but we'll see what happens. And I will get back to you. And yeah, have a good day. See you around.
The lead. Target's inside.
Damn it.
Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed. I got shot! It's too close. Fight harder. Enemy contact. Lost the lead. Tied for the lead. Taking the lead. UAV recon ready for deployment. Hunter-killer drone on standby. Friendly predator missile. We've taken the lead. Hunter-killer drone deployed. Reloading! Cover me! UAV online. Reloading! Enemy in sight! Predator missile on standby. Predator missile inbound. Inside. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. I'm down. Need backup. Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed.
I am awesome at this game.
Enemy contact. UAV recon standing by. Repeat, UAV recon is standing by. UAV online. Hunter-killer drone ready for deployment. Keep on them. We're winning this one.
Yeah, because of me.
Reloading. I'm down. Enemy contact.
Uh-oh. Oh shit. Was that the winning kill? Yes! Oh my god, I'm so good at this game. That's it, boys. This is going to be my life for quite a while now. That's me. With my last bullet as well. Alright guys, I think that's it. I'm going to head off now. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you around. Bye.